Hello, and welcome to Roseplay Presents Episode 70. As always, we're your co-hosts, Aurian MoonRose and Sol WildFire. And here on Roseplay Presents, anything can happen, although most of the time now it seems like nothing happens. But today we have hit 70, so that means we go into another one of my old ones, Atama's Review Corner. Today's episode is the introduction of Bella Luv, which a lot of people always had questions about. Well, we're going to sit here and we're going to watch it here in a few moments, but just so you guys know, next up will be E3 2019. So after this, there'll be some E3 stuff again, but like every year, how I keep changing it up, I've decided we're going to do that again. So it's going to be a different format again. Maybe you'll like it, maybe you won't. But, anyway, enough of that. Let's go ahead and get started on Atama's Review Corner. Once I can, learn how to press the play button. Alright.
Hello, and welcome back once again, everyone. This is Atama's Review Corner, Season 2, Episode 7.
Honestly, I always knew how I was going to introduce it.
And thanks to the Xbox 360 and its Avatar Connect Fun Labs app.
I do still miss the Fun Labs app. I really wish they would do
Atama
something
Darkening.
to bring something like this back. This would be cool to do.
And today, I will be introducing...
Me, Bella Luv.
For someone who didn't like showing off their body, she sure went all out on the Avatar. That was her doing.
For me to finish the intro before interrupting me.
Avatars.
Yeah, I know, but I figured why?
You
they already know what the episode is about because you mentioned it in the last review.
So.
Yes.
I gotta say, mine kind of looks at least semi-similar to me.
Episode.
Or at least might have back in the day.
Yeah.
I mean, she did have a little bit more weight on than that, but I guess hers didn't look too far off. Just she wouldn't wear something like that.
Don't you mean Bella Luv?
Now, see, a lot of people thought this was unscripted. That we literally just started fighting and whatnot.
Now,
no.
Can we get back to
this is literally how she kind of acted.
Yeah, sure. You've already interrupted my opening.
So, I wrote this entire script back when I was still writing the scripts more.
Here is Bella Luv.
I wrote this entire thing out from scratch, exactly what she'd do to me in real life.
Hello, world. And welcome to my
show.
So,
the difference is that I tried to make it more playful, and I tried to make it seem like she was trying to take over the show.
This is my show, not yours. You're only the co-host. Get it? Co-host. This is your episode.
Anywho, like I was
saying,
she
has ignored me a
welcome
lot.
to my
So I threw that
show.
in there.
Of course, you
no,
know
in all
me,
honesty, though, I had no problem sharing the limelight.
Don't ignore me.
But like I said, I wanted to kind of have that dynamic interaction of us about how we really act, and since we fought a lot.
Review Corner every now
but
and
obviously, if we sat there and I was completely,
times when I do reviews,
if we were completely actually fighting with one another, the show wouldn't have worked.
It was made for us ladies.
Why do I even?
So I had to make it more
listening. As usual.
Friendly.
Also, I make it a DLC corner and follow up on games reviewed to see if DLC is worth it or not. I will also be co-hosting and giving my own opinion and 2 cents on
I had to do a lot of takes with her, though.
So expect an argument
if you can tell, for the most part, she's not that good at acting.
On different things. Other than that, expect to see me here and there on the show. And don't worry, ladies and gentlemen.
Now, where she was giggling and the my show, we did like 800 takes. I kept having to tell her, no, you need to, like, laugh it up, like you really would. Because one of the takes, she was like, this is my show.
Whatever. I'm glad to have
like,
a girl
you sound like a
the
cardboard
show,
cutout.
And can't wait to see what is in store.
I'm not saying my acting's
for the future. So,
until
next time, come back.
Drop
to
the
Review
mic.
Corner, Season 2, Episode 8, for my top 10 worst NES games.
And
Whoa.
that end took 7
now,
takes.
come on. This is my
Because I wanted to have
show.
passion to
you
it.
can't
Originally,
be
it was just
stealing, not only my beginning, but my ending and thunder as well. You're only being introduced.
I mean, like I said, my acting isn't...
Sure I can. This is my introduction, so I might as well have the final word.
No. Sorry. Not this time.
See,
not going
you
to
can tell
happen.
some of it has passion in it. It's because I really
Missy.
took a lot of takes. And like I said, my acting
And
isn't any better either.
remember,
But I had done enough episodes to where I was able to get into this groove to, at least pretend like I was
That ought to block out his signal.
living it.
Anyways, where was he? Oh yes, that's right. And remember, just because you're a girl doesn't mean you can't game and have fun.
She did actually come up with that one. I was actually trying to come up with a saying for her. I love this.
maybe I shouldn't have brought her onto the show.
I did an after credit scene. Oh, yeah, sure, why not? We watch a lot of Dead by Daylight, as you can tell. I wanted her to come up with her own thing, but that end was, because, what was this, 2008, 7? This might have been right before the craze of after credit scenes. But I wanted to do an after credit scene. I thought it'd be hilarious if it just showed my character come back after she had finished my show and been like, oh, God, I'm going to regret this, aren't I? It was like when Thanos popped out, it's like, I'll do it myself. Now, also, before we end the episode, this is also the point in the show where I actually started giving it a little bit of a storyline. I had so much planned out. The last episode of Adam's Review Corner before the Let's Play, or maybe the Let's Play did still happen, because we did do one Let's Play, and that'll be coming up soon. But I had a storyline bit going where the season finale was going to have an explosion, and it was going to cause this, like, I'm completely stuck in the digital realm. We'll talk about that more in the final episode, but as you'll see, as the season progresses and the next season starts, you actually notice I start putting in a little storyline. I really wish we could do that here, but it's a little bit harder when Let's Plays are kind of just the thing now. Like I said, if you guys absolutely love Atama's Review Corner, maybe I say I put Cummer for Mixer. Well, I'll have to fix that for YouTube, but if you guys really like it, maybe I'll find a way to bring Atama back. Well, I'll talk about it when the time comes. But that was Atama's Review Corner. I really didn't pay attention to what I said the next... Oh, top 10 NES games, I think. My favorite episode. If it is the top 10 and not the top 10 worst, it is one of my... Well, even if it's the worst. The top 10s that I did at this point were amazing. I absolutely loved them. But we'll save that for episode 75. So, what was your thoughts on, since I ask you every time now, what were your thoughts on this weird introduction?
I don't know, it's kind of creepy in a way. I don't know. Well, yeah, it's kind of creepy in a way. I think that's about it. I mean, it definitely didn't seem genuine, whatever that was. But,
yeah, no, it felt cringeworthy a little bit.
So, yeah, it definitely was kind of abnormal.
Yeah, because you had one person who at least sounded like they were pretending to try, and then you had this other person who was pretty much just like phoning it in. Like, yeah, I'll just read my scripts over the phone.
It kind of felt like one of those telephone operators or whatever that call you.
It kind of did. And see, that was the funny thing, because people make jokes in movies how in animated movies sometimes you feel like the actor just literally called in that day over the phone and they're like, put me on speakerphone, I'll just read the script from here.
Yeah, it literally sounds like one of those things that would call you and be like, now would you like this mattress from this place?
And like I said,
take your order.
I took a lot of takes on her. And the ones that I kept, because back then I could film little snippets and then piece it together later, but those were the best of the takes. And I mean, not trying to be mean, she did her best. This was the first time I think she ever did any recordings, which, I mean, obviously, if you, again, go back to the first episode of Adam's Review Corner, I sounded really weird too because I was petrified.
Well, and some people can't like look at a script and read it that way. Some people literally just can't.
Yeah, that's true. And see, that's the biggest problem now. Why I can't really do a scripted show. I mean, sometimes when I'm doing the episode, like let's say we do Dead by Daylight. I have a few ideas that I want to use, depending on what character you'll use. But I don't have a script. I mean, if I write out on the computer over here, because we have a computer next to the TV, if we have a computer, I have to sit there and I'd have to keep moving it up and down, and you'd see me move. I liked the animated sections because it was like an actor reading from a script.
Mm-hmm.
But I mean, like I said, she didn't have much practice. And even Rose play, when I did the first episode, you could tell I was really petrified because it was the first time I showed my face because I was really afraid to show off my face. So, I mean, I like to say I've improved enough to where, what I'm doing now. But, I mean, obviously, again, I'm no good actor, but, definitely her first try to wherever I was at, I guess 12 episodes or something.
Mm-hmm.
I was the one with the better experience. Alright, so, yeah, cringeworthy is what we'll leave it at. So, come back next time, well, for EA Press Confrence, but come back in 5 episodes for hopefully what I think I heard was the top 10 NES games. But until then, remember, keep gaming, never give up. And remember, girls can game too. Why not leave it out on her outro? Some type of intro, outro.